which was at 15.5% or basis points. So what you'll see here is that in cases where we're going to a share class improvement, what you're currently paying today is going to go to a lower cost share class. Okay, so let's take a look at, say, Invesco Diversified Dividend. You're going from 52 basis points down to 42 basis points. If you're in the Contra Fund, you're going from 65 basis points down to 45 basis points. Okay, and so on and so forth. Yeah. And what that does is it just what we call levelizes the playing field for you guys, the participants. So it doesn't matter what you're invested in, there's not going to be revenue share associated with the funds. Now, the investment industry has been kind of slow to create these revenue-free share classes. So not every fund out there has a revenue-free share class equivalent. Okay? So in the cases of some of the funds, such as Fidelity Ginnie Mae or the Baird Midcap, the fund share class that you're in right now is already the lowest share class available. So if you're utilizing those funds in your portfolio, there's revenue share associated. In the case of Ginnie Mae, it's 20 basis points. In the case of Baird Midcap Growth, it's 6 basis points. So if you're utilizing those funds, the 20 basis points or the 6 basis points, it's going to be credited back to you prior to your quarterly fee being assessed. So it's truly a zero revenue environment for you guys. Okay. So let's talk about what this means to you as an investor. Kind of answer your question. Some may be having a higher fee, some may be lower. If you're using the 2035 fund, the Fidelity Freedom Fund, you're currently paying 64 basis points, which equates to $64 for an individual that has $10,000 in that fund. Starting April 1st, the share class is going to be a K6, and the expense ratio is 49 basis points. Okay, so there's some cost savings there. But you add the 15.5 annual fee, and it means that at the end of the year, it's going to be $64.50. So you may see your investment go up by 50 cents. Not significant, right? Let's say you're in the Fidelity 500 Index Premium Fund. Well, you've been paying $1.50 so far every year to be in this fund if you had $10,000 invested. But because you haven't been paying to be in the plan, you're now going to be paying, in essence, 15.5 basis points going forward, which means that your cost is going up. Okay? But remember, it's equal to what everyone else is paying. Now, let's say you're in the Contra Fund, 74 basis points, right? You're paying $74 a year. It's going down to 45 basis points. The K6 share class. Add in the 15.5 basis points, and your new fee is $60 and 50 cents to be in that fund. Okay, makes sense. Any questions so far? Yes. Let's go with you.
Oh, so you said this is going to be, more transparent. So how will we see when these fees are paid? Are they going to be?
It'll be on your quarterly statement.
Quarterly statement.
So you'll see there's a line item, and it'll say, administrative costs. Yes.
So basically what you're kind of saying is we've chosen our selection from the ones that we've been given based on the expense ratios. We should shift our strategy now and pretty much dump all the index funds and shift them to the ones that actually have a higher expense ratio?
No, I'm saying just the opposite. It's going to be exactly the same regardless of where you invest. So we've stripped out all of the revenue sharing that was in the plan to pay for Fidelity's fees, and we've switched it to an asset-based fee of 15.5 basis points. So regardless of where you invest, whether it be the index fund, the target date fund, or an individual mutual fund, you're going to be paying exactly the same amount for Fidelity's fee, regardless of where you invest. Now, you may see some cost savings by utilizing, say, a contra fund instead of, another fund. It it's up to you. But you know, you can look and see, you know, whatever the cost is, that's the cost of the fund itself, not inclusive of that revenue sharing that had historically been, you know, an additional amount that you were paying. So it's really about transparency and fee equity across the board. Yes?
So the mix within each fund is not changing, just the share class, is that what you're saying? So if I'm in contra, I'm invested in the same?
Yes, so with mutual funds, there are various share classes. So let's say you went to your bank and you opened up an IRA and you wanted to buy Fidelity. You would qualify most likely for Fidelity's A share. And there's a lot of revenue sharing in those funds. It's typically 50 basis points of revenue sharing. You're in this plan, you're in Fidelity's regular share class. Right? Well, now you're going into Fidelity's revenue-free share class. So each fund, there's multiple share classes. You have A's, you have B's, C's, you have, in this case, K's, K6. And what determines the share class is the amount of revenue sharing that's associated with that fund. So in this case, we're stripping out all the revenue sharing. And that's the K6 share. Questions? Okay, so this is what the fund lineup's going to look like after. You see that the green funds represent the share class upgrades. And so the Fidelity, Ginnie Mae, the international indexes, any one of the indexes, you know, those fees aren't changing. They're already the lowest cost that you can get out there. So this is, you know, there's quite a few funds from which to select to create a diversified portfolio. If you're already within Fidelity Freedom Funds, you're just going to go from the K shares to the K6 share classes. In essence, stripping out the revenue. Okay. And then lastly, as always, we provide ourselves as a resource to you, the participant. You're welcome to call me, email me if you have any questions. I've received emails or calls from you guys in the past. Periodically, when I come out to talk to you for presentations, I'll make myself available to you for a one-on-one basis. This is really your opportunity to ask questions about things that may be concerning you, about volatility that we've been experiencing in the market, whether you're diversified as a participant in various investments, if you have outside 401k or 403bs from a previous employer that you'd like to potentially roll into this plan, does it make sense? I can help you with that. Or in some cases, you know, if you're teetering on the edge of the ledge there because, you know, you're freaked out about what's going on in the market, give me a call. We can figure out, you know, what it is that's freaking you out, and maybe we can get you to step back from the ledge, if you will, so that, you know, the decisions that you're making are informed decisions and not just knee-jerk reactions. So my email is there, my phone number is there. Those go directly to my desk. Feel free to give me a call if you have any questions. Okay. Any questions, concerns? Well, thank you for your time, everyone. Appreciate it.